If you're despairing enough, if you're in a deep enough well of pain, don't run away from it. There's a knee-jerk reaction to get out of it, obviously, not only because it doesn't feel well, but because we know that that's not how we have to feel. We don't have to feel that shitty. We don't have to feel that bad inside. So there's this reaction to want to get out of it, make this feeling go away, you know? And this can come about in a myriad of different ways of the presence of someone or a drug or an activity that you do. They're all different, or someone dying and wanting that person to be back, or a pet dies, you know, wanting that pet to be back to life. There are a myriad different ways that this suffering boils up, and man does it get intense, and man does it drive you to do things that might not be good for you at all. Because it's such a nasty feeling that you say, well, I'm feeling so shitty right now, why not go out and drink? Why not go out and do this drug? Why not go out and not eat healthy? Why not sleep all day? You know? Why not stop caring about myself? I feel so shitty right now. Anything is a positive distraction for me from the immediate pain that I'm feeling. But you know, I've noticed multiple times in my short 23 years of life that when the pain is great enough, that pain is a prerequisite. It's a catalyst to the most powerful and mind-expanding awakenings of your life. When you're in pain enough, you are available to a part of yourself that is often muted, dormant, unrecognized. When you hurt enough, something awakens in you. And if you have the strength to be with it without diverting it, without distracting yourself from it, very, very, very good things can happen in your life. And you may learn or awaken in a way that you didn't even think was possible. It's hard though. It's hard because you need to admit, yeah, I feel like shit right now. And I don't know what to do to get out of it. And here we are. This is interesting. Oh wow, I feel horrible. You know? I'm at a really weird angle right now, by the way. I'm like on my bed. If you have the strength to sit with your pain without diverting it and distracting yourself, if you have that strength, you will be rewarded in time with the strength to be truly happy. Self-sufficient. Independently happy. A happiness and joy that is not dependent on the outer circumstances of the world. Yeah, the outer circumstances of the world will sort of toy with your feelings and your emotions and your thoughts and how you're feeling and all that, but the independence, that inner joy, that inner well reservoir within you of joy and acceptance is able to transmute that external influence back into love, back into joy, back into creativity, back into learning, back into acceptance, you know, back into humor. When you learn how to sit with the hardships of life, you're exercising the most important muscle that we have. The muscle of being happy amidst the hardships of life. Now, this happiness isn't denial. This happiness isn't avoidant. This happiness is the ability to admit that you feel like shit, but the courage and strength of being willing to allow it and to see it as something intrinsically beneficial, regardless of how bad it hurts. I've made videos on this in the past, talking about the importance of pain and suffering. And here I am again talking about it, because this might be just what you need to be hearing right now, and it's definitely what I need to be hearing right now. We're in so much pain because all we do is try to seek out external fixes. We're in so much pain because we're not looking at the source of that pain. We're not working with where that pain is housed. When someone treats you like shit, where do you feel the pain? In here, right? Within you. When somebody pisses you off, where is that anger situated? Right in here, right within you, right within your sanctuary. When somebody makes you happy, where does that happiness take place? When somebody makes you sad, where does that sadness take place? Where is the origin of that sadness? It's always you. It's always within you. It's always within you. But what we do in seeking from the outside is saying, that out there, over there, will make me happy. So I'm going to go and do that. I need to do that because that makes me happy. When in reality, every time you say something on the outside is what makes you happy, you're sort of fragmenting your own ability to be happy, independent of all those things that you think are what make you happy. Now, I'm not talking about hobbies. I'm talking about our crutches for being happy. The deep things, the toxic habits we have of doing certain things because they give us a sense of joy, euphoria, happiness, bliss. The more that you fragment, as I said, the more you fragment that outward across all these different things, the less capable you are of being able to produce that feeling within yourself, regardless of the outside. You, in simple terms, give your power away every time you do that. Every time you do that. And it's hard. It's really, really, really hard because we live in a culture that we've kind of been conditioned into what we think will make us happy, what we think will bring about joy, you know? But once you've been around the block of doing those things a few different handfuls of times and realizing that there's just only ever letdown within it, a despair starts to develop. Not only the despair of the initial pain of being let down again, but starting to realize that every single thing you indulge in, that you try to create a whole, a lasting joy, it never works. It never works. You always come crashing down somewhere or other, sometime or other. And there begins to develop a deepening pain that nothing I'm doing is creating an everlasting sense of well-being. It's like hunger. When was the last time you ate something and weren't hungry again, ever? That's what euphoria, that's what happiness is like. Is having to constantly eat every day. What's gonna make me happy today? Because I'm not sufficient enough. I can't do it myself. But joy, well-being, bliss, acceptance, tranquility, these things are independent of the hunger of happiness. You can be joyful and okay without being happy. Because the happiness is the rushy and the chasey and the, no, come back and I need to go do this, and you know what I'm saying? Oh. There is an infinite reservoir within you of being able to be okay in the face of life. It's there. It's there. And it takes a lot of work and a lot of being let down to start to hear that it's possible to be okay in this world. And that it's up to you to want to be okay for real. And not just mask it or run away from it, or pretend it's not there, or distract yourself from it. It's up to you to cut the bullshit and say, I want to know how to be okay. I want to know how to be okay. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be scary. It's going to be dark. Your body might want to explode with the pain and the confusion and the frustration and the letdown and the despair. You may find yourself almost feeling controlled to go and distract yourself. But man, if you have the eye to see and the willpower to be and to sit with it, you're gonna begin to learn about that inner abundance. I don't know how else to put it. All I'm saying is that when you're despairing deep enough, there's a potential within you that is awakened, that is not awakened or active when we're just chilling, or when we're constantly getting what we want, you know? When shit doesn't go your way, watch out. Keep your eyes open. Because that is your doorway in to real happiness. Thank you so much.